quite some time, just never got onto it. Just been on the Warzone hunt and didn't get pretty good reviews to begin with. I think reviews were sparse. We're off for a week, so it's something there to play. To be honest, I wasn't it was first design. Let's listen to what it seems we've seen. English it is.
How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end.
Narrator. Some people love, some people don't.
Welcome to Biomutant.
Let's go on a hard setting for now. So we are playing this on the new Xbox, but because the screen I've got it's 1440p with 120 Hz. Still looks decent.
Encode your DNA.
Right then, choose a breed. Nimble developed anthropomorphic breed. Nimble index. Intellect. Lack of mental prowess and physical strength. Okay. I mean, are we going to choose just off what they look like, or actually what they can do? Let's just do primal. What affects?
Define your genetic structure.
Oh. Oh. So what do we want? A bit more strength and agility, I'd say. Maybe with a bit. I mean, I do like that. That's a decent way of doing it.
Choose a genetic resilience.
So that does nothing to us. So let's just be a general all-rounder.
Choose your first style.
Oh, right. Randomize it. Okay,
Pick your main color.
I don't mind the red, to be fair. Not a bad way of doing it. Fuck it. Let's go for a green, fucker. Nah.
Choose your detail color.
Pretty sick, to be fair.
Pick a class.
Dead Eyes, tricky, skillful, rogue is chosen.
Mercenary. Der Commando. Psy-freak. Saboteur. Sentinel.
Alright, okay.
Saboteur.
Melee dual weapon.
Psy-Freak. Commando. Deadeye. Mercenary. Deadeye. Deadeye chosen.
Yeah, okay.
Good choice.
Let's go. Yes, go on. Something to do though, isn't it?
Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun.
Funny.
We're already at a crossroads.
Thought you were supposed to
Choosing
be
a
at work.
path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living.
The fuck?
But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Fuck it.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark side of you. Your inner voice, to be precise. An echo of the balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
Fuck it, let's be a
Can't believe you'd choose that thing over me. But I'll be here waiting for you when you have a change of heart.
That thing? I'm right here. Let me remind you, we're two halves of the same. With the difference being I'm the better half.
Better half. My way is both better and brighter. Light makes it easier to see the best end.
The best end is the one you decide yourself. And it seems
Send me
we're
already.
headed in the right direction.
Right, thanks for that.
Guess left can be right sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the Predator only grew stronger.
Go. Oh shit, that fuck. Shit, motion.
You better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
particularly sold just yet.
This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The Predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the Tree of Life started to die. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Lit!
Had better days.
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Great shot. Hey, nice shot. Carving it up. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and, without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours. The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Boom, boom. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up.
Puto Lula.
He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed.
Miami.
There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true.
Bumbo Tubuko.
The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad.
Momombusu?
The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past.
Momombusu?
There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end.
Kutuvun Poputuri.
He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have.
Toledrea ya Maoloa.
It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land.
Mopu far kobi.
Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree. Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here. Sounds like he thinks she does, despite your heart growing dark. There's nothing as powerful as a Muma's love. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here fueling its source of life. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding. You found one. You should be proud. They don't come up for everyone. The small tree you saw up there where you met will eventually grow into a tree of life and start giving back to nature. It'll be the heart of the land. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy. You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the... that you've seen the Nonno's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the Predator family live.
Mokbu far
He
Kobi.
lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's
Mokbu far Kobi.
He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain.
Kobwa yake.
The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived.
Honto kontue pon yevun kojo.
The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse that Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land set the World Eater's DNA into overdrive. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Nocco has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Googlide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast.
Lua tolu toma.
Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route.
Honto kontue pon yevun kojo.
The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support.
Nuekek ujbar no barke.
He wants you to understand that you'll all die if...
Nuekek ujbar no barke.
Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Tu wabu.
You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. That must be the World Eater that chewed off Out of Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. Look, a survivor. Glad to see some. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your... He's grateful for that.
That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important. Out of Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are two nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world, and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way.
Beboko contabe.
Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagnes or Myriad.
Papa mofobak.
He believes the tribe Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part.
Mayani.
Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath... Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded. This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone. That's the Myriad tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. Let's see. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. They've already got word of an intruder, so he guesses the Sifu must be very interested in meeting you.
Sibi? La fanen aginkan man. Geradna fal hutut mus. Tugai la wute.
The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place.
Pasne Hable.
He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu.
Fire frame.
But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you.
Dergenken alle Dubai.
He heard you took out-of-date side against the scavengers in Bunker 101. It seems you believe in helping your next, and that's something you have in common.
Waka Mulo Sada.
There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted.
Flooded tick.
The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples.
Kala Banglif.
Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain.
Kala Banglif.
Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope for tomorrow. You'll unite the...
Yala Fuadai.
He was hoping you'd join them. You understand.
Oh, Hotin na.
The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can unite the other tribes. The one you should coerce first is the Jagni tribe.
Gula Mamose.
Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen.
To guy la wood there.
You both have gentle minds, so they want to wage a gentle war. A war that bonds as much as it breaks.
Galamat sab mofede.
Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land again.
Karamoti.
Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village.
Geraga denken hiram.
He remembers your kind and unselfish soul and can sense you still have it in you.
Hello.
Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong and can sometimes come to life. Passing the old village on your way to the first rival outpost might help. That's the Myriad Fort. Not really mainstream, but okay then. Wow. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the Wonky especially, deformed and unfurred. Better than nothing. You can last longer. New mutations to embrace. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. He understands Wung Fu is hard. That's why your Muma only has 6 disciples. Doing just one thing helps you get more done in less time. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. And he'll be honored.
Tiran.
He says that wasn't too bad, was it?
Execon.
Way to go. Don't let the sound of the waves drown out your spirit.
Kawaii.
But you need practice. Lot. Judging by your Mooma's look, it seems you forgot something.
Amu.
You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go.
Anora kapapum.
The dedication to training is important. You can't rely solely on the fact that Wang Fu is in your blood.
Kanamunta.
You should know, practice makes perfect.
Anora kapapum.
She'll see you at the village square.
Ruemu tono.
She'll be waiting for you. There will be a surprise for you at the end, too. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. He thinks you're truly a kidling of your environment. You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long to... He wonders what usefulness you found. He says every little thing counts. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. He says only a few are willing to do the little things, but if you make enough of them, they can have a big impact too. He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap you found would be a good... You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a... He believes being considerate will help you feel at peace with yourself. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience.
Yo no mas samanburu.
You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She won't...
Anson bara.
Then you've got a good excuse. You share a responsibility to prevent hardship on nature.
Monibasa.
She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself.
Kialdo male kanoru tono.
That's all she's ever asked of you, that you'll try and give it your best.
Apli tonomuta.
You've always followed your own path, but this time... They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. He says that it's not too late for you to turn back, though. There's no way they'll let you pass. He wants to know who you think you are. They push each other to become better, and sometimes someone gets pushed down along the way.
Ritsentede.
She asks if you're hurt. What happened?
Minä lagi mamuru.
She says it's nice of you to consider them, but they have weapon training at sunrise tomorrow, so they'll need all the rest they can get.
Urassa turut.
The most important,
Minä lagi mamuru.
it's time to focus. Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best.
Untlo.
He asks if you could help him too before you leave for training.
Papa Zulu.
He wishes that was true for your Muma too, but guiding the village into the future and teaching Wang Fu to her disciples seems more important for everyone.
Ikanisala vain.
He suggests you get going and find him gadgets and ideas for how you can upcycle.
Papa Zulu.
He's curious to see what you've found.
Kuali.
He's all for renewal and has even considered making the trip out into the wilds to look for a bionucleus pool and refresh his DNA.
Hose eskuku Johanna.
He says it's about time you learned how and offers to teach you, starting with the scratch.
Dana untiza fela.
The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp on you.
Padam wakumo nas vaya.
You should take it with you, wear it to practice.
Zatuna.
He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next.
Tän nampuusa.
Your Muma says it's about time you got here.
Kanamunt.
Hopes you're as ready as you...
Kuri kumbala mua.
She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much time left before the sun goes down.
Taifanana numa.
Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you.
Asana yotutupu.
Thanks you for being such a good student.
Asadurutu.
Been working on a present for you, with the help of Gizmo.
Asana yotutupu.
You should go see him and find out what it is. Catchy.
Asana yotutupu.
Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing.
Kalino?
A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent communication.
Masamal.
It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and see whatever you see.
Kalino?
You're lucky to have such a fine helper with you.
Ansonbara.
Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day.
Narolote.
She's so happy you made the most. Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Lupa Lupin from setting the world on fire.
Antoro. Kensiba. Kamonu.
Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it.
Momindasa.
Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupa Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear him coming.
Inyadaldo.
Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity, when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on. Let's see. The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose. You might want to fall back. You're absolutely drained. Hot metal. They've received news a Ronin had strengthened their ranks and were looking forward to meeting you. A group of myriad crusaders already headed out to Jagni's Mercadorpus. You should hurry there and help them best the outpost. You complete them. From this point on... Toxanol was something called a corporate juggernaut, and our world still bears the marks of the massive ecological catastrophes they inflicted upon the land. The apocalypse they caused was the end of days for their world. But for us, it was simply a beginning. Look, an emergency box from the old days. Wow, bet that nut makes a tight fist. Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it? Got more than a flesh wound. That notice board, filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those old Toxanol brick towns. Pay attention. The Toxanol Corporation made this place, and then just threw it away when they were done with it. Toxanol never cared about the waste, as long as they didn't have to pay. There must be a track somewhere in this brick town. The underworld is like a whole new frontier. A flush stool from the... Seems like the tighteners on the piping need to be unturned correctly to drain the flush stool. That's the kind of trouble you really want to wash away. This corner of the world is called Bricktown. Don't let the day pass you by. You found the whereabouts, the deepest, darkest forest in the land, sometimes hard to see for all the trees.
Yes, right, it's working again now.
The board mainly has posts from those that used to work at the chug yard back in the days gone. They don't make much sense these days. Not much more to say about the board, but Gizmo is holed up in the underyard here working on that mech-tonner. The Toxanol Corporation used to run chugger-chuggers out of here. Big machines on they can carry you. You're on the right track.
It does seem a bit bang average, this. Where the fuck's that gone? Oh. Oh. Okay. Surely you can go in there.
It's the chug yard.
Ooh. Oh wow. I'm gonna absolutely leg it now. There's too many of them, man. Too many of them. The fuck's that, man?
Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Bomper Bonkers busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. It's becoming terminal. Smirked! You're on the ropes.
Oh my god. Absolutely jumped into them. Wait. Ah, use all that.
Muscles like steel.
Okay. Okay. So where the fuck's where the fuck are the other weapons I had? Twin silver grip. Unlock Wong Fu to dual. Fucking. Oh, hold on. Pew pew was one. Fuck you. Fuck yeah.
Let's see.
This is where I supposed to go anyway.
This box once tailed a chugga-chugga. Now it's just off track. It's all about destiny. Yours, mine, the entire world's.
Excuse me again.
Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end, in flames.
Again, sorry about that.
Dusk is good sneak time.
Fuck it. Let's not do any sides for the time being. And massive areas. There we go.
Gah, that's just awful. Watch your step around here. It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past. The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater. Combined, this sent their world hurtling on an inevitable road to ruin.
Thanks for that.
I need to brush up on my Wando, but I have a feeling he believes it was you that caused the bang at the yard. Oh, and he says he knows you. You used to call him Gizmo. He gave you the oil-greased hands when he taught you how to upcycle. Gizmo remembers you as a nice kidling, and he can still say... But Gizmo says how you experience a memory can be different. You know the story, but some fruit, it carries so much hate, and its insatiable hunger has only increased over the years since it claimed revenge on your parents. He understands. You still believe there's some good in everyone. You still... He says you should know that what's meant to be will always find a way, but Gizmo encourages that. You should forgive, but never forget. It'll provide some comfort to your soul and...
Fan that flame!
Wait, no! Bright light blind!
I've got...
Oh, do you have...
I don't have to.
Hard to believe the world is actually going to survive. Grateful to you for coming back and doing your best to change things. You were the only chance they had. Wonders if you liked working with the Myriad. They always seemed so centered and... But that's not important. Gizmo says it's taken a long time to bring the past up to the present, and where you go from here is up to you. You need to set... He can't leave the Underyard as he has no protection against the vacuum in the dead zone. So you need to salvage scrap to upcycle the Mekton, starting with the old crate outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the Mekton strong enough to fight the Jumbo Puff. There are more crates from before the apocalypse left out in the wild. Easy to find if you keep an eye out. You should be able to gather enough scrap to upgrade the Mekton from them.
Oh, fair enough, yeah. I literally just fucking stood in it.
The chill here makes you...
Tune the ping dish to locate an oxygen suit. Right, okay. So I think we will be doing that.
There's short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half lives.
Yep. Right, so... Ooh. Oxygen shoots an absolute mooch away.
Looks like the switches need to be turned to match so enough charge can flow through the conductors. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework.
I think there needs to be a bit more to him than that.
The night time is the right time.
5,000 meters is going to take this a while, isn't it? It's some fucking fast points on the way.
That's a Jagni tribe outpost.
Maybe I can't Mm. Absolute mooch hands here. Yep. I'll miss that one. Absolute fucking mooch.
That's a resource totem, a monument left behind by those that picked scrap, trying to keep the area clean. You can always find some use for rubber scrap.
Tell you what, let's go to that first. What the fuck? It's an alright as a world, but there just truly is.
That silo there is so tall. It's a mystery what they used to keep in it.
Oh, some. Yeah, we've got some. Oh, can't shoot. Oh, it's one of them fuckers again. No. Didn't realise there was a load of tar there.
Sound seems to travel farther at night.
Thanks for that. bit of info. Oh yeah, we said we were going to go to that. What the fuck's that? Van Flush, man. Yeah, we do need to go up and around.
That silo there is so tall. It's a mystery what they used to keep in it.
Oh, you little fucker. Oh well. Thanks for that. Oh, you little fucker. Can't interact with us because we're fighting. Where the hell is it gone? Okay.
Wonder what you could make with that. Better shake a leg. Yours, theirs, whatever.
Trying to be a comical geezer. Forever that'll take it. Absolutely terrible aid. Nah, it's not terrible, I don't know. I've got much of a feel for it yet. Probably not going the way it should be going. Definitely wasn't worth the hype that Phil really gave it anyway. It swims like an absolute weirdo. Oh fuck.
Brains need more airtime than this.
Right, I'm gonna die.
This is called suburbia, a place to get away from the city stink.
Ah. That was good. Oh.
That's going to leave a mark. You're half dead.
Wonder what's in here. Old Wild Vaults. Right, that's a side quest.
Take your time and enjoy the daylight.
Take your time and enjoy the daylight. In a cave. Hey. Jesus Christ, that's not right. Fucking job, isn't it? You're not getting on it. Give me some entertaining to do.
Your reserves are tapped.
Oh, come here, attacking me. I missed him.
Right in the face. You're fading. chop.
Chop chop. Fair play.
The Yerp Fields, where the echo of your actions resounds clearer than any other place you'll find, except
That
for
one's
where
pretty
that's
decent,
not
isn't it?
true.
Nah, looks alright anyway.
Buffer than ever.
Same one. Alright.
There it is, the Tree of Life. The idea that all life is related by common descent, where the twigs are existing species and those produced in the past represent the succession of the extinct.
Very nice.
The tree's great branches were once budding twigs, a connection between the past, present, and future. A representation of all extinct and living species with its ever-branching and beautiful ramifications. We are an evolution of those that came before. Keep focused
Oh,
on
Jesus.
what you can do today. Tomorrow's already gone. You can never have too much scrap, plastic or otherwise.
No, right, 2,000 down, 2,000 left. Can't just chop trees down, can you?
Old brick-bracks like that, sometimes still full of good things.
Oh shit, bad. Oh, they're level 10 these.
Down to half your health.
Well, he fucked me over, didn't it? Fucking oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Run away. Yeah. Maybe train up a bit. Come back then. Use the normal movement controls to move to the next ledge.
This might be the end of everything as we know it.
Badan analove.
Says the Lotus tribe has worked harder than anyone to get
Badan analove.
Says you're welcome back.
Why don't just fucking give us subtitles instead of this idiot? Ooh. Mongol Regbu. Needs to be a level 7. Can we go up any higher? Oh, shit. Music's half decent, to be fair to it. I mean, what is that swimming? Whoa! What are you doing up there? Bit of that. Bit of that.
The light of day shows how bad the world has become.
Does it? It does.
Metal scrap, that's the good stuff.
Going absolute mooches with this thing. Bit of a random spot. Oh, there we go. Fucking hell, it's not fucking very nice to look at that. We're not far now.
You've discovered Fanaki leaves, the densest jungle in the land. Better get hacking.
Thanks for that. Oh god, no. Oh.
Close encounter.
Can't see nothing. Come on now. 1,000 more to go.
The whole place used to feel so alive.
I feel like you need a wingsuit here.
A solid fixer-upper over there. Wonder if anyone calls it home these days.
Ooh. The drop spike. And some armor. I'll have a bit of that. Wow. It's quite a look. What we got going on there?
Not every day you see a ray lighter from the back in time, but here it is. Seems like the controls need some organizing to set the mechanism in motion.
These are just pointless, these things.
Excellent. That's illuminating.
What the actual F is that?
Saluto, Matba, Ole Pep Salora, Min Lenefu, Toto.
Okay, well, I'm glad I can't really learn that.
Nakisana basurangu e nindigori aboritare. A otto
Adrenaline shot.
fantasi e le
Nice.
vale papia. E matua muana. E ea e te paga. Saluto. Matpa. Ole pep salora. Min. Lenetu. Toto. E pasi. Nakisana basurangu e nindigori aboritare.
Looks like a wag top.
Fantasi e le vale papia. E
Well,
You make that work.
really? That is quite a look. Oh. I'm looking at you.
See that e-waste? You could use that for sure.
So, by the way, what was it there? Level 7. Alright, what have you got in here?
The Jungle Cave is neither hot nor cold. It's just hollow.
Surely. Okay, maybe not then. Fuck you.
You feel faster.
What does that get up at all? Oh. Shit. Shit, 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 shit. That was a bit of a fast flowing river. I'm getting hungry now. Nope. What, mate? Absolutely diddled me then.
The plants here never stop growing.
Location entered. We didn't enter the fucking thing though.
Nothing can slow you down.
Oh, this is all that thing will absolutely destroy us. Good, it's a ledge to be climbed, isn't it?
That old home there's seen better days, but it might still have something worthwhile in it. Some nights have gorgeous sunsets.
Oh, ticks. Ooh. Looks better, but it's not as good. Sure these all have a use. Oh my god. What the fuck? Yep, there we go. Okay, hopefully
Flash the slash.
Let's do this first. Oh, what's this geezer?
Claims to have strange things from the dead zone that are so... Suggests you...
It's fucking... This seems hard work. Right, and I've got nothing. I've actually got no leaves whatsoever. Right, okay. Well, let's... How long is fucking journey over this? Oops.
That motor juice station over there might still have some go juice. Long shot, sure, but there's only one way to be sure. That's something. A ring dinger from the yesterdays. A thingamabob used to pling signal the faraways. Let's find out if it still works. Seems the keys need to be in sequence to make the ring dinger work.
And
So, the technology from yesterdays is still here today, even if its message is getting old.
a duck helmet.
You look ready.
Well, actually, that's more than the...
Listen to the creatures of the night.
Two helmets in one place.
A ping dish like that one was good for tracking aerojets and other flying machines.
Check. Oh, legendary. This first legendary thing. Curved hinged pad. Alright. So it's less than.
That's a ping dish from the long gone times. People used it to find pingnalls from transpongers.
Fucking pingals from fucking pongers.
To get the ping dish to work, you need to line up the pong paddles for a proper match.
This guy's absolutely killing me. And so are these.
That's a match. Now you can ping all the dishes you like. Spin that paddle to turn the ping dish properly.
Who notices these are scattered around the world? Navigate left to right, there's alignment to navigate the puzzle for use. We've just been through all that. I guess this is slightly different then. And
Pingety ping ping, you found a trans message.
ah, right, okay, makes more sense. Pingy ping super. Oh, that's it. Holy shit! 500 meters again down this way. Fucking hour as well. Fucking hour. All it wants me fucking oxygen suit, man. Alright, give us a minute. Alright, bear with us a sec. Right, we're gonna call that quits for the evening, to be fair, or the afternoon. So thank you for watching. See you.